Fishy. I know. I'm on the ball. I probably forgot my tapes or something important. Hey, upstate. See, I forgot to mute the computer. Oh, I'm spectacular. How are you? Hey, Cold Crush. Did you buy any tapes off the guy that was having issues? I was asking Cold Crush if I don't know. You tagged me in it, and I wanted to see what you were tagging me about. Cold Crush tagged me in something, and I went in. Yeah, I saw that. It's okay. Okay, we got 6 people, so we got Upstate and Cold Crush. I'm glad I advertised the show for 2 weeks. I'm gonna do it anyway. Bishy, I'm thinking I need to go into a different career field. Okay, I think you guys have all been here before, so I'm just gonna do the same thing I always do. But these are mostly rock tapes. I don't know. I've got like 500 of them here or something. Yorp is here. Yorp, how are you? You're not showing up on my list. How do you do that? Do you have a setting so that you're invisible? You have invisible clothing, or is it just a glitch? Well, the reason I ask is, I mean, I don't really give a shit what you do. I mean, if you have a setting, it's fine. But I had a guy in the show last night that I was he might be here now listening, that I was kind of annoyed with, and he wasn't showing on the list, and I expressed my annoyance because he was not showing in my list, and then he popped up and argued with me. I have no problem. Butterflies making homemade spaghetti sauce, and it's delicious. I can't wait for supper. So I'm gonna get started. Okay. Don't see your. Nope. No your. I have mine set so that I don't show up when I come in the room. But usually, if you click on the number up there, The only people I'm seeing in here are you- is you Bishy and Butterfly. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll just have to watch what I say and not rely on what not telling me who's in there before I start mouthing off about somebody. That's my guess. So we have 10 years after Alvin Lee and Company, Fleetwood Mac Live, Days of Future Past by the Movie Blues, and Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes, Hearts of Stone. You have to be your friend to see who's in your sale as a seller. You didn't have to be. Or you didn't used to have to be. So we'll do 15 seconds. No, I'm going to do 10 seconds because I'm not sorting these after they're done. So that's running. Yeah, I know that, Butterfly, when you're in a show, but it used to show all the people that were watching it as a seller. I don't know. I'll just be nice to people. Unless people annoy me, and then I'll just bitch about you. It's all rock and mostly tonight. So did I put that in the show notes? No, I didn't hear you laughing. Yes, all classic rock 8-track tapes. Come in and ask me for Pokemon cards. The Guess Who, Sown and Grown in Canada, Traffic on the Road, Slade, and Emerson, Lake and Palmer looks like a import from England. And those are. Did you get your hubby all loosened up and stretched out, or whatever you got to do to him, Fishy? Is he ready to go back to work, or is he enjoying his time off? Fleetwood Mac live. Fleetwood Mac. Mahavishnu Orchestra, Between Nothingness and Eternity, and Pat Travers Band live, Go for What You Know. I'm getting very personal. Thank you, Lark Man. Oh, and if you're new here, we just go 1, 2, 3, or 4 is the easiest thing. You said you wanted this one, right? Okay. Yeah, we'll just go 1, 2, 3, or 4. Save you trying to type and save you trying to talk to text to tell me which one you want. Bishy, I've had people spell it out before. And then they say that's not the one I wanted. Vonnie, were you the one that wanted the intro tape and the basketball tape? Thanks, toothpaste. I'm gonna run them right now. Okay, before I forget about them. I might get pissed off at somebody and throw a hissy fit and just leave, but I want to get them out of there. Um, I'm not gonna show them. I'll just you can just. I don't think anybody's going to bid against you. I'm going to run these two tapes here for Vonnie. There's the intro is running. Well, it wasn't real good because I wasn't quite sure. And I cloned these in the day that you said something or whenever I replied to your message. So it's been a while. Here's the B-Ball's best kept secret. It's running. Thank you, Bonnie. Okay, back to the 8 tracks. And I do have a show scheduled for next Friday that has pre-listed cassettes. It is full. I'm not going to put any more in that because I'm just not. There's 150 things or something. Jackson Brown, Hold Out, Steve Miller, Book of Dreams, Steve Miller, Fly Like an Eagle, and Procol Harum, Broken Barricades. And those are running. I know there's glare on that one. Taco soup was delicious. She bought Doritos a couple weeks ago that I never opened. And when she has taco soup, I like to dip the Doritos in it and like scoop it and use it like a spoon. She's a good cook. Nope, I'm always 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm always clockwise, the correct way. Just ask Ohio Nurse. I don't know why people count. It doesn't matter what order I put them up in. It just starts up here 1, 2, 3, 4. So Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Love Beach, Steppenwolf Live, Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young, Four Way Street, and Jefferson Airplane, 30 Seconds Over Winterland. Yeah, those are running. I don't understand the people that count counterclockwise. Thank you, Upstate. If Ohio Nurse was here, she would back me up. And it, left to right, what, like 1, 2, 3, 4? No. Doobie Brothers, One Step Closer. Santana. Eric Clapton, Backless. And the Beach Boys. It's missing the Spine label. I guess it's just the Beach Boys. It's on the Pickwick label. Those are on. Well, but if you're Jewish or Muslim, you read the book the other way. Thank you, Yorp. Yorp, I set this off to the side. Do you want this? Do you want a sealed red Sovine? I don't know. I I don't I don't ask people what their ethnic origin is. All right. Well, I stuck it in the envelope for you, Yorp. if it doesn't go over the shipping weight, you're gonna get another copy. What's my what? Electric Light Orchestra. Out of the Blue. Steve Miller Band Anthology. Alice Cooper, Lace and Whiskey. And yes, Tremato. And if anybody cares, that's a Canadian version of the Steve Miller Band. What did I forget now? I don't. Why isn't my music playing? Thank you, Yorp. I'm super forgetful in these shows because I just sit here in my comfy office chair and only half pay attention. Poco, self-titled, Genesis Duke, Fleetwood Mac Live, and Grand Funk Survival. Oh, Bishy, I got a belly button that's not rock that I threw in here for you. There's a running. I don't know which box it's in though. We'll find it. America, Harbor, Black Oak, Arkansas, Raunch and Roll Live. Yes, Fragile. And Mountain Climbing. Thank you, York. The mountains. Beach Boys in concert. Beach Boys Spirit of America. Beach Boys concert. And Beach Boys 15 Big Ones. So all Beach Boys. Jay Giles Band, Ladies Invited. Supertramp Breakfast in America. Eric Clapton, must be just self-titled. And Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute. I think there's some more in here somewhere. Yorp. Those are running. I probably normally wouldn't put the Beach Boys in with rock stuff, but Live Credence, Alan Parsons Project, iRobot, REO High Infidelity, and Average White Band Cut the Cake, and the original sleeve. That's right. Bishy, your show was much easier to see on Wednesday, but the music was so loud. The sound. I mean, the sounds were good. It's just it was so loud. When you read the stuff, you could hear you, but you could hardly hear Mr. Bishy at all. Eric Clapton at his best. Early cream, hot tuna. Uh, what is that? Huff Corv? Don't know. And Jimmy Buffett Coconut Telegraph. And that's right. You don't have one scheduled. I thought I didn't look, but you said you were having another one this week. Thank you, Upstate. Takes the Jimmy Buffett. Todd Rundgren, Herman of Mink Hollow, Stephen Stills. You don't want to play the one he got what a game? Lena Rhythm Section Red Tape and Grand Funk Shining On. I don't know. Did you tell me what he got? Why don't you tell us all, Bishy? Well, Bishy, I'm gonna say that Disney trivia and movie trivia are very boring for me because I don't know any answers. But it's fun playing with you guys and listening to everybody. It's not necessarily the game itself that makes it entertaining. Crosby, Stills, Nash, Deja Vu, The Moody Blues, Every Good Boy Deserves Favor, Neil Young, American Stars and Bars, and Boz Scaggs, Silk Degrees. Mark Lindsay, Silverbird, Rare Earth, Willie Remembers, Kansas, Monolith, and Moody Blues, Seventh Sojourn. Yeah, that's right. I don't know. Cat seems to be a prodigy. Johnny Winter still still alive and well. Steve Miller Band, Fly Like an Eagle, Santana, Caravanserai, Mark, Dawn, and Mel. Oh, what is that? Yeah, Grand Funk. I'll bet I haven't seen a Disney movie in almost 20 years. My kids weren't super into them. They like Cars and like A Bug's Life and stuff like that. But this is the Moody Blues. Jefferson Starship, Red Octopus. Atlanta Rhythm section, a rock and roll alternative. And Peter Frampton, Where I Should Be. And those are running. Foghat, rock and roll. Bachman Turner Overdrive 2. We just had one of those. Faces, a nod is as good as a wink. And Little River Band, Sleeper Cat. And those are running. Queen, News of the World, and this is an import from England, I believe. Yes. Somebody thought the label's falling off. I should use Scotch tape to hold it on. The Beach Boys, just untitled. The Beach Boys, Buggin'. And that's an import from England as well. And The Doors, The Best Of. Those are running. Did it bite anybody yet? Thank you, Yorp. Dix number 2. There you go. Thank you, Yorp. Ian Gillan Band, Scarabus. There's a belly button for you, Bishy. Jimi Hendrix, Early Years. You only got a week to use them too, Yorp. Yeah, there's hardly anybody in here, but yeah, if you guys didn't hear, the season is ending real soon for the rewards points. I'm not sure when it is. Procol Harum, Procol's ninth, and Jay Giles Bloodshot. So if you've got coupons that you want to use for people's shows, you're running out of time to use them. Thank you, Yorp. I don't know, Bishy. I asked for community input the last time, and not a single person said anything. I don't know. The Trial of Billy Jack soundtrack, Kiss Alive 2, Volume 1. Yeah. Days of Future Past, Moody Blues, and 10 Years After Stonehenge. Mr. Bishy. For every coupon used, you take half an hour off. What's that mean? Nobody wanted iRobot the first time. That's a little bit better copy, though, so I'll stick it up there. Take a half an hour off of what? America Hat Trick. That is not a quad. I don't know why it's in a quad case. Oh shit, I would never work with these kind of coupons. There's enough coupons to. Oh yes, belly button. He goes. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. I'm guessing it had to have been accidental because that's the third one of those I've had tonight in that style label, and that was the only quad one. Best of Crosby Nash, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young so far, Foghat, Stone Blue, and Dire Straits Communique. Yeah, I've got some sorting. So I can sit here mostly motionless and sell these. But you can see I still got single digit people in the room, and I had to schedule for 2 weeks or more. It's just fun, isn't it, Bishy? James Gang, thirds. JoJo Gunn, Alan Parsons, Eve, and Peter Frampton. That belonged to Pat. And that's right. Bishy, I told Butterfly last night, I think my attention span in these shows is limited to about 2 hours. And that's what I'm gonna have to shoot for. Yeah, I've been waiting for 20 years for them to become the next big thing. Butterfly, what's that commercial? Yeah, you don't have to answer. There's another out of the blue. There's some commercial on TV with ladies driving down the road in a convertible and they pop an 8 track in, and then the old lady flashes somebody. Kansas Audio Visions, what is that? Grand Funky, Pluribus Unum, Van Morrison Wavelength, and Queen News of the World. Those are running. What were you asking, Bishi? For all of them? What did I say? I don't know. I wouldn't have even noticed. I wouldn't have even noticed any of it if you hadn't said something. Hadn't giggled about the lady taking her or flashing somebody. I don't know, Bishi. We'll have to see. I was wearing down after how many of our hours that was last night. Nazareth playing the game. Richie Havens, Electric Havens. The original Blues Project reunion in Central Park. And Uriah Heep live. It was the guy with the oxygen mask that was funny. Well, that's my problem, Bishi. I'm not real passionate about any of this stuff. I thought it was funny that not, not that I know. They'd probably do anything. You probably send them a stool sample and they would grade it if you gave them $30. I assume that it's like coins, though. It's pretty much meaningless because you have a whole industry of people that are just buying them and then having them regraded. You get something graded as 7.5 and you send it in and they'll grade it as 7.6 if you give them the $30 or whatever it is. Nilsson Pussycats, Queen News of the World, Steve Miller, Fly Like an Eagle, and Grand Funk Railroad caught in the act. We got a raid. Oh, we got a raid. Thank you, Dodge. Everybody give K Dodge a follow. We're selling 8 tracks. So if you were buying old books, we're doing 8 tracks. And I don't have any giveaways loaded, and I'm too lazy to put any in. Sorry. But thank you, K Dodge. The few of you that are here that didn't come in with her, give her a follow or bookmark one of her shows. Um, let's see, has she got anything? Oh, she's got shows scheduled. She's going to be back on again tonight at 9:15, and then she's going to go all night long. She'll be on when you wake up in the morning. So give her some bookmarks. Oh, is it today, Ghost? I was saying that earlier that it was ending soon, so I guess it's ending real soon. I don't know. I don't pay attention. Styx, Paradise Theater, REO Speedwagon, Nine Lives, Three Dog Night Naturally, and Boss Gags, Middleman, Canadian version. Oh, I don't know. If anybody has any ideas, Bishy, if you have any ideas, you can tell me. I don't know. I'm not real enthused about it. Did anybody save any money? Did it influence anybody to spend any more? If it didn't, what level of discounts would make you purchase more? Yeah, nothing's insured except the building, Mr. Bish. Four-wheel drive by PTO. PTO Not Fragile, Steve Miller, Book of Dreams, and Rare Earth in Concert Volume 1. And that is right. Yeah, I've made the comment several times. We go somewhere and come back and say like, "Oh, I wouldn't mind it being in flames when I come back," and Butterfly reminds me that our babies live here, and we'd be heartbroken if Bubba and Lucy got charred. Ian Hunter, you're never alone with a schizophrenic. Toto, Koto, Steve Miller Band, Joker, and the Moody Blues, In Search of the Lost Chord. Yes, I loves my butterflies cats. Oh, could you? It would be quite the bonfire. All that melted vinyl and plastic. Pat Benatar in the Heat of the Night. The Who live at Leeds. Another Santana. Santana's greatest hits. And that is running. The teen scene. The Surfers. Ronnie Wood, I've got my own album to do in the sleeve. Oh, I forgot about that. I heard that this morning. She doesn't know, I don't think. Oh, sorry, Butterfly. Three Dog Night Naturally and Todd Rundgren Runt. I'm sorry, Butterfly. I didn't remember to tell you. Yes, I can do that. It's running. Just put her there by itself so you don't have to get into a bidding war with someone over it. Thank you, Upstate. Are they having yeah, Butterfly. Are they having any sort of closing sales? Van Morrison, Hard Nose the Highway, War All Day Music. Yes, Fragile. And The Birds in the original sleeve. And those are mine. it's all, and it's all because Joanne's is closed. I think it's just too much competition. It used to be Joanne's was like the only craft store around. Now they're the town that's what 25 miles away from us is the only decent sized town around, and they've got a Michaels and Hobby Lobby and a Joanne's. The Purifies or Purifies, or whatever you say, or however that's pronounced. Ambrosia, somewhere I've never traveled. The Allman Brothers, Enlightened Rogues, and Journey Departure. And that is running. Hey, Rag, why is Hobby Lobby the devil? 10 Years of Harmony, the Beach Boys. And why won't Mrs. Ghost let you shop at it? I've only ever been there once. I didn't even know one existed locally until Butterfly. And I think we saw it driving by or something. 10 Years of Harmony, Steppenwolf, Rest in Peace, Alan Parsons, Pyramid, and Jimmy Buffett Volcano. It's just the devil. Because it like takes all your money. The one we have here is in the old Kmart building. Oh, thank you, York. You want one? Rag. Almost all the answers I got correct was just me getting them in with the talk text before she could. She's there beside me yelling the answers. I couldn't remember what the I was telling Butterfly when we were there we're not supposed to be shopping here, but I couldn't remember what the reasons were. There's something about that and Chick-fil-A too, I guess. But I can't remember. It's horrible having dementia. Crosby, Stills, Nash, 10 years after the greatest hits, Point Blank Airplay, and Uriah Heep. And that is running. Well, if she doesn't like Michaels for that reason, Ghost, did she see that fiasco today? And cookie is delicious here. If it was anything but delicious, I would let you know. Oh my god, Ghost. You have to listen to the whole thing. It was insane. I mean, not to be hyperbolic, but he, I'm guessing he's coming pretty close to starting World War III with what happened today. I guess C-SPAN has the whole thing. Heart, Dog, and Butterfly. Peter Frampton, Where I Should Be. Pete Townsend, Empty Glass. Todd Rundgren's Utopia, Another Live. See, I know that was horrible. Dawn sent me the link, and I was in a grocery store, and I listened to it, and my response was, "Holy fuck!" I, I just listened to the stream. I listened to. I don't know how long the whole thing is, but they have 10 minutes of him yelling at him. I guess all the European leaders. I think for Monday they scheduled some sort of summit or something. I'm far enough away from the nuclear fallout that and I won't. I'm not in any blast radius out this far, so I got enough time that I can borrow a backhoe and dig a bunker before the fallout hits. If we find out we get nuked, it'll be a very crude hole in the dirt, though. Steve Miller Band anthology, and that's a import from Canada. A rock and roll alternative Atlanta rhythm section. Peter Frampton, I'm In You, and Styx Cornerstone. I'm sorry, Rag. We will fondly remember you as we huddle in our dirt hole, waiting to be eaten alive by the radiation. Getting some Peter Frampton belly buttons anyway. Broke O'Hare, I'm a salty dog. Blood, Sweat, and Tears, greatest hits. Fog Hat, and Doobie Brothers, What Were Once Vices Are Now Habits. Well, if uh, if Russia ever shuts down the cloud, you guys will have all this analog music you can still listen to on your old players for entertainment while you wait to be eaten alive by the cancer from the radiation. Supertramp, Breakfast in America, Foghat Night Shift, Beach Boys in Concert, and Tavares Future Bound. And that's right. I don't know. I don't know if a neutron bomb would wipe out the electronics in a DVD player or not. We might get to find out. Oh, that'll be the biggest "I told you so" ever. we get nuked and your DVD player doesn't work. And of course, you won't even be able to tell them you told them so because your devices won't work. Joe Cocker, Mad Dogs and Englishmen, Steve Miller, Book of Dreams, Foreigner, and Emerson Lake and Palmer trilogy. No, we're not at $2 for 4 tapes. Dear God. You get one. Make like $1.20 or something when you buy one for $2. If that. And if you use a coupon and I actually put it in an envelope with bubble wrap instead of just sticking the mailing label to the actual 8-track and shipping it like that, it's less. Rick Derringer live. Covered with what? Butterfly with things to do. Rare Earth Ecology, Nazareth, Rampant, BTO, Head On, I think is what that one is. And that is running. Like the Challenger blew up, and I remember where I was, and I remember where I was at on September 11th, and I remember where I was at when he suggested that possibly putting light inside the body and putting disinfectant in the body would cure COVID. I probably will never forget where I was at during those things, and thank you, Upstate. And I probably will never remember where I was, or I'll never forget where I was at, despite my dementia, when I was listening to him yell at Zelensky today. We were in the produce section. Procol Harum. That's the third one of those we've had. A whole bunch of Out of the Blues. Jethro Tull, Heavy Horses. Atlanta Rhythm Section, Champagne Jam. And Ambrosia, Life Beyond LA. Yeah, those are running. Hey, Chesser 33. Do you ever play that Avoid the Noid video game that they had for like Windows 3.1? Jackson Brown, Saturate Before Using. The Stills Young Band, Long May You Run. Electric Light Orchestra, Olay, ELO, and A New World Record. Yeah, those are running. Whole bunch of ELOs and Moody Blues. I don't remember. Did it sell? The aux pedals. I don't even see it here. Oh, look at that. 2 Nuge belly buttons on one tape. Sticks, Pieces of 8, and Nugent double Gonzo or double live Gonzo. Yes, this has been in pick one tape. The Kiss Alive 2 was volume one. You've already gotten 5 belly buttons. You'll grab it. Three Dog Night, Joy to the World. Here, just go ahead and thank you, Yorp. Rex on Bishy. When I get through these, we can raid her with our little party of 3 or 4 people. Three Dog Night, Joy to the World, Leslie West, The Great Gatsby, or The Great Fatsby, Another Fly Like an Eagle, and Styx Cornerstone. Yeah, she probably wonders what the hell. Is that- what is he doing? He only ever brings like 3 people into my shows when he raids. Donovan in concert. Another Frampton. That one doesn't have somebody's name written on it. Van Morrison, Tupelo Honey. Oh, we've had 3 of those. Electric Light Orchestra Discovery. Doobie Brothers, The Captain and Me. Foreigner Double Vision. Another Fog Hat. And Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young, Four Way Street, In the Box. And I think that's an import too, but nobody cares. So that's right. Bishy, do you make sure you adhere to all those mystery game rolls when you do your Wheel of Bish? Atlanta Rhythm section, rock and roll alternative. Another good boy deserves favor. John McLaughlin, his acoustic guitars or guitar. My Goals Beyond, and Molly Hatchet. What's it changed? What's changing now? We have to have all the same products. Thank you, Upstate. Okay, over. Thank you. You're foreigner. The Doobie Brothers living on the fault line. Foghat Live. And Eric Clapton, EC was here. And that's running. Oh, it's like all any of these sites, Bishy. The people that are trying to rip people off just ruin it for everybody. And the stupid people that can't read the show notes and get all butthurt. When I went upstairs to tell Butterfly I was starting this, I think she was down to 14 things on her wheel, and people were paying like $35. Jay Giles, man, freeze frame. Lou Reed, rock and roll heart. Nazareth, close enough for rock and roll, and another Sticks cornerstone. Yeah, those are running. Thank you, York. I'm gonna get a cowbell. I've got cowbells around here somewhere. Thank you, York. I don't do you have programmable buttons. Do you have a one of those little machines? Face the Music, Electric Light Orchestra had one of those. America Hat Trick, Eric Clapton at his best, and Rare Earth Ma. I went to Dollar General today to get boxes, and the lady says, "Are you moving or something?" And I said, "No, I sell crap online, and these boxes are like $3 a piece if you buy them. If you have to buy them." I don't know how sellers that actually buy their boxes. I don't know how they make any money. But I guess a lot of them don't, and that's why there's a big turnover of people selling on eBay and whatnot. Foreigner Four Sticks, The Grand Illusion. I think that's just Foreigner, right? No, that's double it's made to him. And Three Dog Night Around the World. And that's funny. And that's what I'll do for instead of having a rewards club, I'll just buy a bunch of candy and throw in with everybody's packages. Thank you, Upstate. I'm running low on candy. I need to hit an Amish store. All right, we've had like 5 or 6 of those sticks cornerstones. We don't need to put another one up there. Steely Dan, Katie Glide, Supertramp, Breakfast in America, Aerosmith Rocks, and the eighth Electric Light Orchestra Out of the Blue. So we'll put up there Olivia Newton-John. I know she's not rock, but it's an import. Nobody cares though. That's only the fourth. There's been more. Oh, that's the fourth Breakfast in America. I haven't been counting those. I thought we had some of those up there. So we don't need any more Breakfast in Americas either. I don't know if we had that one or not, but it's another. If we have another Steve Miller anthology from Canada, Allman Brothers, Win, Lose or Draw, Allman Brothers, and or Dwayne Allman in Anthology Volume 2, and the band Islands. And those are my thanks for the offer, Raz. This anthology is a 2-tape set. Oh, the Steve Miller Band. Oh yeah, you're right. That one's cartridge too. Oh, Allman Brothers, wipe the windows, check the oil, dollar gas. Uh, Genesis, and then there was 3. Have we had a Steve Miller Book of Dreams yet? Richie Furay, Dance a Little Light. What to be LO? Oh, here it is, Bishy. This is I threw it in there just for you. Exotic Orient, In the Flesh, Belly Dancing. Belly Dance by Ahmed Fahoud Hassan. She's got some childbearing hips. I'm gonna get a government name. Thank you, Upstate. Janice. I would be too. The Pipkins, Gimme Dat Ding. Beach Boys Christmas album. The Best of Stephen Stills, Still Stills. And Rolling Stones Emotional Rescue. And that's running. Thank you. Doors Greatest Hits. Frank Zappa, Zoodalores. Greg Allman, Laid Back. And doesn't say, but I think that's an import to England. It looks like an English one. And Steppenwolf for Ladies Only. Yeah, those are running. Thank you, Lark. Takes the doors. That adds Stevie Nicks to it. You want the Zappa? Okay. Thank you, Upstate. Oh, yeah. Add that to it. Oh, we can't eat out. Butterfly spent a small fortune at the bakery today. It's really good stuff, though. Thank you, Yorp. The lady that lives down the road here has a bakery in town. Butterfly likes the sugar cookies. And I got almond joy cookies and chocolate chunk cookies, and Butterfly got some ginormous pie. Graham cracker something or other. But Butterfly probably has more crap than the Joanne's stores have. We don't have any place to put that much stuff. The Beach Boys, 15 Big Ones, Beach Boys Christmas album. Another, another 400 double vision. Had one of those too. Just had one. This looks like an Eagles import. It's like an English one. Oh, I don't. It doesn't bother me. I mean, there's only so much space though, and I'm poor. And looks like a Emerson Lake and Palmer Pictures and Exhibition import. And that's running. I'm just glad there's still two 30,000 square foot uh, craft stores for her to choose from after Joanne closes. I think I'm about to get a government name. I hear her walking around upstairs. And she's walking to her phone to yell at me. I know. Beach Boys, 15 Big Ones. Cat Stevens, what is that one? Very Young and Early Songs. Another Steve Miller, The Joker, and An American Prayer by the Doors. No, I don't deserve it. We're just all mourning the loss of Joanne Fabrics. They had one that was pretty close to Butterfly's house. Can't beat getting. Now it had a hole in it, but still $2 is a good price for the Doors tapes. Butterfly had one that was real close to her house at a mall that's out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know why they have a mall, why they built a mall where they did. I think they thought it was gonna, I don't know, it's kind of out in the middle of the country. But it closed down, I think, 2 years ago. The band, The Last Waltz, Part 2, Nazareth, Hot Tracks, Heart, Little Queen, and Emerson, Lake and Palmer Works. And that is right. Had lots of Fly Like an Eagles. Pete Townsend, Empty Glass, The Best of the Birds, Greatest Hits, Volume 2. Had about 10 of those, about 5 of those. Blackfoot Strikes. Sorry, dear. The Best of Jethro Tull. Yeah, those are in. If you were so inclined, you could probably rent the building and continue, get some wholesalers, and you could start your own yarn store. I like those green ones too. The one that whoever bought that Genesis one, I like those ones. They're like a light yellow and they have a marbling to the plastic. Wings Over America. Traffic. Shootout at the Fantasy Factory. Another mountain climbing. Jackson Brown. Holdout. And that is running. So, Bishy, is there a competition to that game? I probably asked this before. Or do you just like you and Sherry just hang out in your digital forum together? Crosby, Stills, and Nash, self-titled. Utopia, Raw. And we're down to the last box that I have. Edgar Winter, Hourglass, and those are running. Other than playing SimCity in high school, I think the only game like I ever played like that was Cityville. Child is father to the man. Blood, sweat, and tears. I had about 10 of those. The Guess Who, number 10. Emerson, Lake and Palmer trilogy. Oh, I got 3 of those. And a Molly Hatchet. 80 odds. What was that virtual thing? Second Life? Was that what it was called? That's still a thing. I wonder what my guy's doing. Just sitting there. Fucking teabagged by people like you to wonder what the hell this person's doing. It's got the stock avatar from 10 years ago. Eddie Money, Foreigner Head Games, Toto Hydra, and Wings at the Speed of Sound. And that's running. I wouldn't even remember what my login was. I barely remember the name of it. Thank you, Upstate. The Dodo. Oh, you can probably play it on the Oculus now and walk around in virtual reality. Santana Festival, Jay Giles, Bloodshot, another one of those Steven Stills in nice condition, and another Todd Rundgren in better condition. I've got one. I got this last box machine, and I'm going to eat spaghetti, and hopefully whatever kind of pie she's going to share with me. Savoy Brown, Hellbound Train. About 10 of those. Oh, different Nugent belly button. Intensities in 10 cities. Oh, it had a whole bunch of those. Sticks, Crystal Ball. And Roger Daltrey, One of the Boys. And that is running. Mike Oldfield, Tubular Bells. There's another Mike Oldfield, Tubular Bells. Jethro Tull, Thick as a Brick. Rock of Ages by the band. Tape 1. And The Best of the Band. Thank you, guys. Which one would you like? It's The Best of the Band. I haven't listened to that in a long time. John Cougar, Nothing Matters and What If It Did. Al Stewart, Time Passages, Manassas down the road. There's another Supertramp Breakfast in America. And Blues Brothers. A briefcase full of blues, I think. Yep. It was running. Hey, Yoshi. Adding Heart magazine to it. Thank you, Fueled. Which one would you like? Takes the Blues Brothers. Average White Band, Put It Where You Want It. Blue Oyster Cult, Secret Treaties. Another Moody Blues we've had 10 of. Jigsaw, Self-Titled. And Ronnie Montrose, Open Fire. Thank you, Upstate. Takes the Montrose. The Easy Riders. Moody Blues Octave. Doobie Brothers, The Captain and Me. And Fleetwood Mac, Future Games. I wish I had $1 for every Electric Light Orchestra 8-track I had. I can't go out for supper anyway tonight, Bishy. I'm $40 in the hole already because somebody filed a claim on eBay because they didn't get the right item in July. And they won. And eBay charged me $20 in addition to the item price. Peter Frampton, I'm in you again. Nilsson, do it on Monday. Another Bachman Turner Overdrive, Head On, and Supertramp, even in the quietest moments. I think it was July or September, or whatever it was 170 or 180 some days ago. It was past the time that they could file with eBay, and hey, they did a chargeback for their credit card company. Steppenwolf at your birthday party. Um, a bunch of those. I you don't really deal too much with anything on Whatnot Ghost. You just let Whatnot deal with it at this point. I mean, I'm sure they're going to change that at some point. But if there's something's lost and somebody asks you about it, just say you have no control over it. There's the tracking and contact Whatnot, and Whatnot will refund them. Oh, 5 years from now, we'll all be remembering back to the good old days when Whatnot handled all the returns and just refunded people for that sort of stuff. Oh, you don't have 1,000 sales yet. That's your birthday party. That's the Eddie Boy Band, Robert Palmer Double Fun, and Steven Stills Live. I don't know. I think as long as it was scanned into the system, if it gets lost along the way, I'm guessing they would still pay you. I don't know. I think I've only had one. Um, I think I've only had one issue of something not being delivered, and I think it was eventually delivered. Whatnot refunded the person their money. They waited weeks to say something, and Whatnot refunded them, and then it ended up showing up like a couple weeks later. I don't know what happened to it, but I just get instant payouts as soon as I print the label. It pays me. I think if you have proof you sent it, like Bishy said, I think you'll be good. But I don't quote me on that. The Moody Blues on the Threshold of a Dream, Joe Walsh, but seriously, folks, Ted Nugent, Cat Scratch Fever, and Blackfoot Tomcat. And that's running. Hmm. I don't know, Ghost. Was it big bucks or was it a cheap one? I if you- I would, yeah, I don't know. My uncle picks mine up. He's the mailman, and I use the scan sheets. I don't know. I never stood there and waited for them to scan them. I would just drop them off and just basically hope they did it. Joe Walsh, Barnstorm, Dwayne Allman, an anthology, Eric Clapton, Slow Hand, and Jethro Tull, MU. I don't. If you bought insurance for it, it's always been my understanding that the insurance covers stuff if your label is printed. Bishy, give Ghost pats. Can't hear. Songs for Beginners, Graham Nash. The Inner Mounting Flame, the Mahu Vishnu Orchestra, and that's probably import from England. It is Procol Harum Live and Procol Harum Shine On Brightly. And those are running. Three Dog Night, naturally. Crosby Nash Live. April Wine, First Glance. Holy Electric Light Orchestras. Electric Light Orchestra, Bachman Turner Overdrive, and Styx. Another Kansas one on the list. There's one we haven't had. Blue Jays. And that's running. And that's going to take us down to about the last one. Maybe two more. Well, I only got a couple more here to run, and then we're going to rate out to Requiem and see what she's selling. I will be back. I don't know. Sunday I have a show selling old crap and paper in the morning. And then I think my next show after that is Thursday selling ephemera. And then next Friday I have a pre-listed cassette show. James Gang Miami. Jay Giles the morning after. Mountain Live, The Road Goes On. Goes Ever On. And James Gang Straight Shooter. And another one of those, Toto Hydra, Steve Miller Band, Book of Dreams, and Joe Cocker, self-titled. So that is running. And thank you guys for coming. That's all the ones that I have sorted that are rock tonight. If you guys are interested in another genre, let me know. But polka, you gonna buy some Bishy? Or do you just want to hear me try to pronounce a bunch of Polish people's names with no vowels? Alrighty. Thank you, Bishy. Thank you guys. I will be back with the next music show for sure. Will be next Friday. May have a pop up or so during the week. We'll have to see how it goes with whatever I'm doing this week. So let's go see what Requiem is doing. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.